Octopus, and there is a wild big octopus. People are scared of it at times. Now this has been ramble. Ramble means this octopus has been put through a clothes dryer. Just the old-fashioned rolling pins with a big handle. You put it through, you break the fiber, and it becomes softer and softer. Many ways of cooking it, more than 1,000 ways. The beautiful thing about cooking octopus is when you cook it, it should never shrink, stay the same size, and taste like an apple. And that's the secret. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to show you how we cook the octopus at the restaurant. I'm going to broil the octopus. I'm going to hang the octopus, drain the octopus. And I promise you one thing, if it is 1 kilo when I buy it, when we cook it, it'll still say the same kilo. Back at Belucci, as I promised you, the octopus you saw before, I want to make a salad out of that. Really big, really long. This thing can grow sometimes to about 3-4 meters. You can see the suckles in here. You do eat these suckles, you don't let them go, it's delicious. It's a very big trick to making octopus. A lot of people have a problem, and a lot of people cook it too much. Cooking it too much is destroying the beautiful texture of the octopus. Seal it, make sure the skin singes. We put flavor inside the octopus because already salted, and it's got the natural flavors of the sea. The secret is cook the octopus with latent heat, the heat present inside the flesh, just like a potato. Now the moment of the truth. I'm going to blanch this in hot water, salted water, quickly. This will curl up and change color because remember, the pigmentation in octopus are always there. There's a color which is dominant. And you've seen in many movies that octopus can disguise itself and change and blend into any color to have a camouflage. But in this moment here, when the octopus is not alive anymore, it will tend to bring the brightest color out, which is bright orange. And you see what happens. Follow me with this and have a look what happens here. Here we go. Hot water, salted water, and we let it sit there for some time. We'll wait and we'll wait. When this octopus is really curled up and it's changed color, when it's resting, once the temperature drops from very hot to sort of medium hot, I'm going to squeeze that beautiful gorgeous lemon on top of it, and I'm going to let it sit for a minute or so, and next moment is the grill. After the grilling process, the secret is to hold the heat inside and then try to cook it in its own heat and give it a shock cooling. And shock cooling, what happens is it suddenly tries to cool down inside. It can't because the heat is around it, and it starts cooking by itself. By the time it reaches the ambient temperature of the kitchen, you put it in the fridge, and next day you pull it out. Here we go. I wasn't lying. That's the color I was looking for. This is the beautiful color. Now what's going to happen is it's going to sweat a bit. The moisture has been sealed inside. I'm going to squeeze a lemon on this, and once you squeeze the lemon is citric acid or lime. It tries to split the bonding fiber, the aqua membrane, and tends to make it tender. I'll squeeze the lemon on top of it. Now this resting, drain the excess water out, and on the hot grill. Let it sit there. While this is cooking, we will sort of prepare a plate which is simple greens, a bit of chili flakes which I've got in here, and I'm going to make this chili flakes into chili oil. So what you do is you take these chili flakes, put them in a hot pan just before they get hot and just before they get smoking. You throw in some touch of white wine and some salt and some olive oil. Right in the end, squeeze the lime, not the lemon, the lime. Watch this. Here goes the flame. My good old-fashioned pans. Put the chili in here. That's the best way you can make chili oil. Yes, it's just about there. Now, instead of the oil, we'll add some salt in first. Adding salt in the pan, what it does is, salt tends to make the pan hotter, quicker, and that's what we're trying to do. And then you just sort of roll the pan over, mix the salt and chilies together, some white wine, just like deglazing a pan, just like that. Then the oil, and voila, you have chili oil. So what I'm going to do with this oil is I'm going to heat it up, let it rest, and I'm going to strain it through a strainer. What will happen is, and this oil will be infused with this beautiful, delicious taste of chili. Let's put it on low heat. Let's go back to the grill now. Turn it over. There we go. Well, there's no reason why I can't throw the lime in the chili oil for diffusion, and there's no reason why you can't add some garlic in that. You can add some garlic while the dry chilies go in the pan to give an infusion of garlic, chili, lime, and lemon. Let it rest. That's cooking. There's one more trick we can do with that. If you have a deep fryer at home, you can fricassee the octopus tentacles. It tends to singe the aqua membrane, which is the water membrane, which is the boning membrane, and makes it really, really hot to the point that the moisture can't escape anywhere. And that's the time we go back to our container and we put the hot octopus in there and cover it up and let it cool down. So basically the cooking time was only about 20 seconds. Octopus is that thick. Here it goes for another about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll flash it in the deep fryer. Okay, have a look at this. You don't need to do that. You can fry it in a pan with some oil and do the same. This one now goes in here. Just a quick flash, and this is, by the way, we have used here cottonseed oil, and voila, that's what you get. Simple, nothing to do. This goes in here, just a plastic wrap, like that, no holes. Keep it in the coolest possible place. I'll let you be for the time being. I'll come back to this tomorrow, and this chili oil, which is right here, which I might just maybe stain for you to show you how it's done. I'll get my sieve, mixing bowl. All you have to do is put this through the sieve, and the end result is here, which I can just put in the same bowl which I had, and you have the most unbelievable, delicious chili oil. And I'll sprinkle this on top of the octopus, and voila, we'll have this with our salad tomorrow. Ciao, and see you then. After yesterday, you must be waiting to know what happened to the octopus. The octopus was laid to rest in the cool room at 2 degrees, nice and chilled. You won't believe what comes out when you chill the octopus. All the gelatin comes out. The moisture drains out, which is not required. The fiber becomes tight, yet tender. And I have a proof for you, and the proof is in the pudding. And the pudding is right here. And that's the octopus. So how about we do antipasto? I slice it nice and fine, put some mixed lettuce on the side of the plate, maybe some sliced tomatoes, hey, a bit of salt on top, lemon juice, and it's all done. Let's do it. Slice it nice and fine. Just think you're slicing a lemon. The flesh is white, flesh is tender, flesh is juicy, it is succulent, it is absolutely transparent or translucent, if you can see. And the longer you keep this cold, the firmer it becomes. Because what happens is when you keep something very cold, it tends to draw the water out. Not the flavor, just the moisture. Tomato being cut on the other side. Bit of green on a plate. In here. Let's drop some tomatoes on top. And the octopus. Bit here. Bit more on top. Bit more on top of that. One on the side. And finally, the last moment, lemon juice. Ciao, ciao, and see you next time.